We're supposed to be at my wedding right now. This is supposed to be a wedding at the Royal Manor, not a celebration of death.
Turned into a vigil.
I'm kind of lost for words, but unbelievable, reckless. It doesn't make any sense.
Her fiance and...
This is the story of Kirk Walter, aged 38, a groom who died in an accident just few hours to his wedding. Kirk left his bride behind to go celebrate his bachelor party with his cousin Robert McLaurin, age 40, in Manhattan, New York. Unfortunately, on their way back home to go get ready for the big day, a wrong-way pickup truck driver crashed into his vehicle, killing him and his cousin instantly, leaving the bride in the most terrible situation any woman can be. The day, which was supposed to be the best day of their lives, ended up becoming a mourning day for his family and his bride.
I can't fathom the thought that I have to go home by myself on my wedding day because a reckless driver killed my husband and his cousin.
Hello and welcome to Twisted Crimes. Subscribe and hit the like button for more stories. This story will be taking us to New York City. New York is generally a safe place to drive in. In 2023, there were 38,105 total crashes in New York City. Kirk Walter, age 38, was born on May 20, 1986. He was born into a big family with lots of cousins. He was well loved by his family members and friends. They did a lot of things together and were a close-knit family. Kirk was a father of 3. He loved his kids, but unfortunately, he did not get along with the mother of his kids after a while. Fortunately for him, he found love again with another young lady named Shawn T. Weaver. They dated and hit it off. The couple had started a successful car rental business that had prospered thanks to Kirk's incredibly hard work. They met few months prior but were so in love, so they decided to get married. People were happy for them. They were looking forward to a lovely wedding and a great life ahead. Everything had been planned. The venue, Royal Manor, had been chosen. The dress and tuxedo was already in place. Everything was good to go. The wedding was supposed to be on the 25th of August, but Kirk, the 38-year-old father of 3 from Manhattan, went celebrating his bachelor party ahead of his nuptials with his cousin Robert McLaurin. Robert, age 40, had a son himself who was just set to go play his first college game in Maryland few days after the wedding, with Robert himself in attendance. Robert was described as a happy person. He can be seen in this video singing with his family and friends. After Kirk and Robert finished enjoying the night, they were heading home to go prepare for the big day, which was just few hours away, when their Dodge Challenger was hit head-on at about 2:20 a.m. by a pickup truck barreling the wrong way down the parkway. Both men died in the collision, which turned the big black and orange Challenger into a mangled ball of metal near West 154th Street. The crash killed Kirk and Robert instantly. The crash impacted an Audi S3 driven by a 27-year-old man with a 28-year-old passenger who were lucky to survive the crash.
New this morning, police are looking for the driver behind a fiery crash that turned deadly on the Henry Hudson Parkway early this morning. Citizen App video here shows the moments that flames shot into the air along the roadway. The crash caused traffic to come to a standstill just before 2:30 this morning. Officials say the driver of a pickup truck was heading the wrong way when it hit a Dodge sedan. 2 men in the sedan died from their injuries. A 22-year-old passenger in the truck ran away from the scene but was later caught. It is now being questioned by police, and at this time, northbound lanes remain closed near 178th Street as crews continue their investigation.
The pickup truck driver and his 22-year-old passenger exited the vehicle before it burst into flames as a result of the crash. The father, the bride, and mother had all this to say about the incident.
It's just unbelievable, reckless. It doesn't make any sense.
Her fiance and his cousin killed in a wrong-way crash on the Henry Hudson Parkway on the eve of their wedding. Loved ones filled with sorrow and anger as police continue to search for the driver. Good evening, I'm Jessica Moore. This weekend was going to be a joyous time for that family, but instead, loved ones are gathering to mourn the loss of a groom and his cousin. Naveen Dhaliwal has the heartbreaking story.
What was supposed to be a celebration.
We're supposed to be at my wedding right now. This is supposed to be a wedding at the Royal Manor, not a celebration of death.
Turned into a vigil.
I'm kind of lost for words, but Kirk is still with me.
And a nightmare for Shantea Weaver.
Unbelievable, reckless. Kirk was amazing. He was the best person ever.
Her fiance, 38-year-old Kirk Walter, and his cousin, 40-year-old Robert McLaurin, were killed early Saturday morning after a driver going the wrong way on the Henry Hudson Parkway northbound slammed into them.
My heart aches so much, and I'm really angry.
Walker's mother, wearing the mother of the groom shirt, now crushed.
This is what we're supposed to be wearing today, but they took my baby. And he wanted this wedding so much. And my nephew, he took my nephew too.
McLaurin's parents were in town from North Carolina for their nephew's wedding.
Today was the day. They didn't make it. My son was his best friend.
Got the call and I lost it. I started yelling. I said, "What do you mean he's gone?"
Family says Walker and McLaurin were returning home from pre-wedding celebrations when they died. Walker's father has this message for that wrong-way driver.
I want them to see my face. I just wanted them to know it ain't over. It's not over.
Police say that wrong-way driver is still on the run. The passenger of that vehicle was taken to the hospital.
The mayor of New York called for the public to help capture the hit-and-run driver. He also offered to pay $1,000 of his personal money to anyone who helped capture the driver.
A Shakespearean tragedy. That is what Mayor Adams called the hit-and-run crash that killed a groom and his cousin a day before the wedding. The mayor now offering a $1,000 reward to find the wrong-way driver responsible for the crash on the Henry Hudson Parkway Saturday. Eyewitness News reporter Sonia Rincon spoke with the family. She's live in Washington Heights. Sonia.
Yeah, Tanya, the mayor said today that any accident is terrible, but then there are those that become Shakespearean tragedies. And you might understand why he described it that way after he spoke with the family of the victims today. One of the victims, as you said, was a groom who was about to celebrate his wedding the next day, surrounded by his loving family. The other victim was his cousin, and the driver who killed them both was a coward who ran away.
I had to live the tragedy.
Khadijah Walker lost both her brother and cousin Saturday morning, only a few cars behind theirs, hit by that pickup truck going the wrong way.
They don't know what any of us felt that night when we all had to pick up my cousin's body and move him away from the burning car.
She could feel the heat from the flames as she gave her cousin, Todd McLaurin, CPR.
Huge black smoke and traffic is stopping and you're not understanding why. You're not understanding what's going on, and you're walking over glass and doors and the airbags and the oil, you slipping because you couldn't barely even get to them because there was so much oil on the ground.
I want them to understand exactly the 2 lives that they ended because of reckless stupidity, and then to flee the scene after you do something like that is just inhumane.
Kirk Walter's bride, Shantea Weaver, is finding the strength in her broken heart to ask anyone who knows something to speak up. She got a hint of reassurance today from City Hall.
We're going to find the person involved, and I'm asking New Yorkers if you know of any information that can lead to apprehending this person who appeared to have left the scene. I'm just going to put $1,000 of my own personal money to call for the arrest and conviction of this person.
The families held a vigil over the weekend and are planning funerals now instead of the joy-filled wedding they were planning for the last year, looking at the dresses and tux the couple will never get to celebrate in. Shantea Weaver says the support from her fiance's friends and colleagues has been comforting.
They call me and they text me and they say how much of an impact Kirk has left on them and how sad they are and how much they just want to help.
The best help the families can hope for is a little closure.
If you know anything, if you've seen anything while we were on the highway, while you were in traffic on the other side, just speak up.
If you know something, say something, please.
Kirk's cousin left this on her social media. Robert's son was able to travel for his first game in which he made his dad proud of him. He is seen here wearing number 17 jersey.
Robert McLaurin in for a Terps touchdown. Cam Edge, really good timing right here, getting the ball in the.
This was a very heartbreaking incident. We do hope the person who caused the accident is apprehended very soon. A GoFundMe account has been created for anyone who is willing to donate. Our sincere condolences to the friends and families of the victims. We hope their souls continue to rest in peace. Please stay safe out there, and we shall see you guys in the next video.